What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandy and today's video, we are doing a complete bathroom makeover. Now, this is something I have actually never done before for any of my rooms in my house ever. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I really take my time with finding pieces and elevating my space very slowly. And so this means I will slowly invest in pieces over time, and I've never actually redone a whole room. So this was actually more of a challenge than I thought it was gonna be, but I'm excited to share it with you guys because I am very pleased with the results. So without further ado, let's get into the video. This bathroom, when we first moved in, I kind of just gathered pieces from our house, threw them in here to make it cute enough, but I never really put much thought into the bathroom. Okay, so like I said, this is something I've never done before, so I did have to compromise. And I had to set myself a budget and decide where was I gonna splurge and where was I going to save. And this was really, really hard for me because the areas where I did have to or decide to save were areas that I really wanted certain pieces, but it just didn't fit in the budget. Usually for myself, I will either deal with what I have or deal with not having an item rather than, I guess, getting an item to hold me over. But in this case, I definitely had to do that. And the main thing that I did this with was the bath mats. These are the bath mats that I ended up going with. And I really wanted a vintage Turkish rug. I'm going to put in some photos so you guys can see. I really thought that that helped elevate the space and make it very cozy and comfortable, but unfortunately I did not have the budget for it, so I thought, what was the next feeling that I wanted to go with? And that is the first place that I started. I actually wrote down some words. I'm gonna read them to you guys. But when I started this project, I thought, okay, before I can even go shopping, I need to know the feeling that I want for the bathroom. So I wrote down a few words. I wrote spa, luxury hotel, organic, casual, comfortable, yet inviting. And I thought, okay, if I can't have my like cozy Turkish rug that was going to elevate the space, I need to still try to figure out how to elevate the space but keep it affordable. So I thought going with more of a hotel-like vibe with the mats was going to be the next best thing for me. And with the bathroom, I wanted to treat it as if I was in my dream home. So I didn't limit myself as far as where I could take the space, and I didn't just, because I don't have like this grand bathroom, think I can't decorate that way. I tried to decorate this space very inviting and grand, I guess, if you will, even though it's a small space. So I went with hotel-inspired type bath mats because I really wanted to still have that elevated feeling in the space, but obviously I had to go more affordable on the bath mats. Also, if you are new here, I always link everything down in the description, whether it's the exact item or a very similar item. So if you see anything that you like, make sure you check down in the description. Next item that I purchased for the bathroom was actually something I splurged on. And the reason why I splurged on this item in particular was because I wanted our home to flow. As you guys know, I am a huge antique collector. I have a lot of primitive wood. I really love that kind of casual, inviting vibe. And I actually picked up this inspiration throughout my travels in Paris and Italy. I noticed that they had a lot of antiques and just that casual vibe. So I wanted to bring that to my own space, and that item is actually, so this is the item that I splurged on, and this is a vintage Chinese stool. I think some of you called it also a milking stool, and the reason why I really wanted this piece is because I really wanted to create a vignette behind me. So in most of my rooms, I always try to have like a focal point, And I really wanted that in the bathroom as well, even though it's just a bathroom. So I really wanted to create a space because this bathroom is not only the bathroom that Zach and I use, but also our guests use, or anyone who comes over for dinner, or if we host, anything like that. Everyone uses this bathroom. My goal for this stool was to create a unique piece in our bathroom that was very different than what you would see in an everyday bathroom. I wanted to create not only a cozy vibe for Zach and I, but also an experience for our guests. So whether you have just a shower like we do, or a shower and a bathtub, this piece is so versatile because right now I have it kind of decorated with a little sponge and a candle for the aroma, and a little, like a bowl full of soaps. But you can also create, if you have like a bathtub, put some Epsom salt in, a little scoop so they can just dump it in, or bath bombs, things like that. My goal was to create that experience for my guests and make it feel really luxurious and also cozy for Zach and I just every day. Next thing that I did to the bathroom, now I do have to say our space is so tiny that I do have to have the plunger and the cleaner outside. I tuck it away and I hide it, and I try to keep it tucked away. But unfortunately, this space doesn't allow for that, so I do have to have that out. So I tried to counter that by making sure everything else is super nice, clean, and tidy. Although my makeup brushes will make their way back out on the counter, and a couple other items like Zach's lotion, but I do want to be able to just tuck those items away, so when we do have guests, it feels very, very like clean, nice. Again, just that luxury experience. Next little vignette that I created was just on the back of the toilet, and I did want this to still feel styled. Now, if you are someone who prefers more of a practical area, you can absolutely you could do a little basket, toilet paper rolls, reed diffusers, whatever you want. For me personally, I keep all of that stuff tucked away, and I like to keep it really styled and beautiful. I try to keep everything nice and tidy, so if anyone were to ever just drop in and they use my bathroom, it's always nice and tidy. That's just the way I prefer to keep our space. This is just an easier way for me to do that. So I did not compromise on the artwork. I did try to find something that I liked, but unfortunately there wasn't anything that I was willing to just purchase just for the sake of the video. I really want to find the pieces that I want, and I will insert kind of the idea that I have, but I'm still waiting for the perfect pieces there. So although I compromise in other areas, I was not willing to do that here. So once I find those pieces of artwork, I'm gonna hang it up with command strips because I don't wanna make any more holes in this apartment, and really kind of bring that element, that luxury, elevated element into the bathroom. I just went outside and clipped some fresh olive twig to bring some life into the space. I also think that fresh greenery that you just go pick from outside really elevates the space and costs you $0, which is an amazing way to elevate your space. I have it in this globe vase that I got from West Elm. Love this, and I thought it really gave a very elevated look to the space and made it feel more spa-like. The next two items that I decided to splurge on was hand soap and hand lotion. Now, the reason why I decided to splurge on hand soap and hand lotion was because whenever I've been at a luxury hotel or even my friend's house that have had nicer hand soap and hand lotion, I would always, it would carry beyond the bathroom. So I would be smelling my hands later on, or I'd like rub my nose and I would smell the scent of the lotion, and it always kind of stuck with me. So I picked up the Way ones. I may return these ones because there's another one that I purchased. Let me show you. Now I will say I did have to compromise a little bit because if you know me, you know I would have purchased Jo Malone hand soap and hand lotion, but I did try to save a little bit. So I also picked up, this is the one I think I'm gonna be keeping, the teak wood hand lotion, but I haven't received the hand wash yet. It hasn't been shipped yet. And the reason why I got this one is Zach, my sister, and I stayed in New York at an Airbnb. They had this, and all three of us kept talking about how amazing this smelled. And it's a little bit more of a splurge than what we would normally do. Zach and I normally just get Trader Joe's hand soap, call it a day, but I really wanted to elevate not only the experience for our guests, but also for ourselves. So I splurged a little bit on hand soap and lotion. If this is something that you are going to be doing for your bathroom, if you want to give your bathroom a little bit of a facelift, I would say invest in the items that you're going to have for a very, very, very long time, just my personal opinion, and go more affordable on things like bath mats and bath towels. Bath mats and bath towels are something that you can replace when you save up a little bit more money, and items like the Chinese vintage stool are very unique and very different and elevate the space in such a special way where, yes, although we want to be in like the softest bath towels and that makes it very luxury, it is something that you can save up and get after you find that special piece. So that would be my recommendation. You may want to go ahead and splurge on towels first. Do whatever feels luxurious to you, whatever makes you feel that is going to make your space very special. For the towels, I went with these bath sheets from Target. Now, I really wanted it to feel bright and airy and very spa-like when it came to the towels. I wanted something that was going to look like blonde hair, dirty feet, and self-tan. So I got these, and I knew that these were still going to get damaged with my self-tan. So I picked up a couple darker towels just so when my tan is fresh, they're not transferring onto these. Good compromise. I really want the Pottery Barn ones, and I will link those down below. But I got these threshold towels, and they're actually pretty dang soft. We haven't used them yet, so I can't tell you for sure if they're like amazing, but they feel really nice, and they were half the price from the Pottery Barn ones. The next piece that I purchased was this wastebasket, and I was actually quite surprised because I was just strolling through Target and I saw the basket, and at first I thought it was a basket for plants, and then I read the tag and it was a wastebasket, and I thought this is really cool because it brings in that tropical vibe that we have in other areas of our house or of our apartment into the bathroom. So I picked it up. Actually, Zach really liked it as well, and I really think it also gives that spa-like feeling in here. Makes it very casual, timeless, comfortable. So this was a really unexpected, exciting purchase. It's a wastebasket, but who would think that a wastebasket would make you so excited? Not me. So this vignette behind me, I originally had the mirror painted like a more like cool toned gray, and I really felt like it needed a new life. So I painted it gold, and my goal for this was to bring more of a elevated feeling to the space. Because I had so much wood in here, I kind of wanted something to have a little bit more shine, have a little bit more of that like vintage feel in a more glamorous way. But when I hung it up, I felt like that space fell a little flat. There was no drama. There was nothing that really stood out. So I then decided I kind of wanted something, I wanted it to feel a little bit more dramatic and masculine. So I decided to paint the mirror a more charcoal gray. Now I will say I do love the mirror. I love how it looks. I love the drama. I love the contrast. But I do think I want to paint it one more time, and I want it to be more of like a black brown, where it's like so brown that it's almost black. I just feel like the warmth of that kind of charcoaly, like chocolate, is gonna make it feel a little bit warmer in here, and I do want that feeling. So I may update that in the future. and this is the little facelift that I came up with for our bathroom. Like I said, my goal was for it to feel elevated even though we are in an apartment. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments which little vignette was your favorite, which little piece of this bathroom was your favorite, and I will see you guys in a couple days with another video. Bye guys.